Daylight slowly calling me home. Fell through the blinds like gentle foam. It brushed the spaces in my room and lifted out the leftover gloom. The floorboards warm beneath its glow as morning took its patient flow. And with each quiet step it made, my fears began to fade. I never knew the dawn could feel like something tender, soft and real. The daylight slowly calling me home showed me I'm never quite alone. It traced the outline of my pain and washed it clean like falling rain. The daylight slowly calling me home gave peace to places I would roam inside the shadows of my mind where light was hard to find. I reached my hand into the beam, a gesture small, a fragile dream. Warmth that gathered on my skin invited something new begin. The kettle hummed its morning tune, soft like whispers from the moon. And in that ordinary grace, my heart returned to place. The morning wrapped around my chest and told my tired soul to rest. The daylight slowly calling me home softened all the thoughts unknown. It held my past without a fuss and whispered, you've survived this much. The daylight slowly calling me home released the ache I can't condone and let my breathing slowly rise like calm beneath the skies. Maybe healing doesn't shout or push the heavy moments out. Maybe light just understands and takes my trembling in its hands. A quiet nudge, a steady glow, a sign that says you're not alone. The daylight slowly calling me home. Let me claim the peace I've grown. It wrapped me in a calm embrace and brought soft color to my space. The daylight slowly calling me home keeps teaching me how hearts can roam back from the darkest place they've known into a brighter tone. And in its golden dome, I heard the call of home.
The warm breeze that opened my chest arrived before I could protest. It drifted in through half-cracked doors and brushed across my inner sores. It carried scents of early green and mornings calm and days unseen. And as it touched my shaking breath, it the warm breeze that opened my chest arrived before I could protest. It drifted in through half-cracked doors and brushed across my inner sores. It carried scents of early green and mornings calm and days unseen. And as it touched my shaking breath, it pulled me back from death. I let the breeze replace my fear and whisper softly, you are here. The warm breeze that opened my chest helped my restless thoughts find rest. It loosened knots I spaces in my ribs like melodies in morning dribs. The air smelled fresh like waking fields, like truths the early sunlight yields. And in that drift of tender wind, my heart began to mend. It circled me with steady flow and told me things I used to know. The warm breeze that opened my chest let calmness enter where it's pressed. It brought new rhythm to my day and swept my inner storms away. The warm breeze that opened my chest showed me life can coexist with quiet pain that still remains but doesn't rule my veins. Maybe all we need to feel is wind that teaches us to heal, not racing fast or roaring loud, but gentle strength without a shroud. A breeze that knows just where to land and holds our heart with steady hand. The warm breeze that opened my chest sang the truth I once repressed, that even in my hurt and ache there's room for light to wake. The warm breeze that opened my chest gave me breath I thought was pressed, and in that warm and moving crest my soul felt truly blessed. And in that soft caress my heart confessed.
The quiet promise in the morning air arrived so soft I wasn't aware. It wrapped around my fragile mind and soothed the scars I kept behind. The sky woke up in pastel blue, a shade that made my fears feel new. And in the calm of early light I felt my spirit bright. The morning held a subtle vow to help me heal somehow. The quiet promise in the morning air lifted burdens I used to bear. It whispered truths I failed to see and gently said, come back to me. The quiet promise in the morning air showed me life still wants to care. It eased the shadows in my chest and gave my tired heart rest. I watched the sunlight paint the floor in lines I'd never seen before. They move like rivers soft and gold across the stories I once told. The wind hummed through the window frame, a lullaby without a name. And in that hush between each note, worries stayed afloat. The stillness pulled me in its arms and freed me from my inner harms. The quiet promise in the morning air healed the pieces of despair. It told me I could start again without the weight of where I've been. The quiet promise in the morning air softened every single scare and let my scattered thoughts align with something warm and divine. Maybe hope is always near, but blocked by noise we choose to hear. Maybe mornings open doors to places peace is stored. A promise drifting soft and true, saying life is not through with you. The quiet promise in the morning air filled my lungs with gentle care. It wrapped me in a brighter glow and told me healing comes slow. The quiet promise in the morning air made my heart feel less bare. And as the daylight found its share, I breathed that quiet prayer. And in the softened glare, the promise lingered there. The day that didn't ask too much of me came rolling in so quietly. It didn't shout or pull my hand or force my heart to understand. It let me sit and simply be a smaller version of the free. And in the calm of that embrace, I found a slower pace. It met me where my heart was weak and didn't ask for me to speak. A day that didn't ask too much of me, let my heavy worries flee. It let me breathe without demand and held my trembling where I stand. A day that didn't ask too much of me showed me gentle ways to see that life can slow its turning sea and still be meant for me. I lingered in the morning's glow and let my restless thinking go. The world outside could run its race, but here I found a softer space. The coffee warmed my open palms and filled the room with subtle balms. And in that peace so rarely found, my heartbeat slowed its sound. The quiet wrapped around my bone and told me I was not alone. A day that didn't ask too much of me, let my lonely thoughts agree that I deserve a gentle scene where life is warm and less unseen. A day that didn't ask too much of me made my inner storms feel free. It loosened all my tightened plea and gave me room to be. Maybe life is kinder when we slow the pace we hold within. Maybe hearts can find their grace in days that let us take our space. No pressure here, no hidden score, just breathing more and more. A day that didn't ask too much of me became the place I'm meant to be. It held me with its easy air and taught me how to self-repair. A day that didn't ask too much of me gave me time to simply see that I can heal eventually in quiet, patiently. And with that gentle plea, I felt my heart agree. The sun found me when I thought I was lost, when all I felt was chill and frost. It poured its warmth across my face and filled my empty, aching space. It touched the shadows in my bones and softened all my silent tones. And in its steady, glowing grace, I found my safer place. I didn't know the light could see the shattered parts inside of me. The sun found me when I thought I was lost. No matter what the pain had cost, it wrapped me in its golden thread and lifted pieces I thought dead. The sun found me when I thought I was lost. It melted through my inner frost and showed me through its gentle trust that hope still lives in dust. I watched the brightness fill the room and
sweep away the deepest gloom. The rays slid softly down the wall like tender hands to break my fall. My breath returned in quiet waves, like something fragile morning saves. And in that slow returning glow, I felt my courage grow. The stillness settled into place and soothed the sadness in my face. The sun found me when I thought I was lost. It met me in my heavy cost. It softened wounds I carried long and whispered back my inner song. The sun found me when I thought I was lost. It warmed the parts that once were tossed, and in its glowing quiet gloss I felt my spirit cross. Maybe hope arrives this way in gentle beams that start the day, not burning bright, not harsh or loud, but soft enough to lift a cloud. A simple sign, a tender start to thaw a wintered heart. The sun found me when I thought I was lost and held me in a warming frost. It gave me back the breath I'd missed and kissed my sorrow with its bliss. The sun found me when I thought I was lost and helped my broken heart defrost. And as the daylight spilled across, I rose from where I was tossed. The sun became my guide and stayed here by my side. The moment morning wrapped around my heart, it felt like life had pressed restart. The light slid gently through the glass, letting every shadow pass. It touched the corners of my weary mind and loosened burdens left behind. And in that slow and tender sweet, my soul rose from its sleep. I didn't know that dawn could hold a warmth so soft, a love so bold. The moment morning wrapped around my heart, it stitched together every part. It held my hands in golden calm, it soothed my hurt like healing balm. The moment morning wrapped around my heart showed me where new days can start. And in its quiet glowing art, I felt my spirit charged. The warmth moved softly down my spine, a whispered truth, a gentle sign. The world outside began to wake, but here no rush my heart would take. The kettle hummed its waking song, a comfort I had missed so long. And in the breath between each sound, my peace was newly found. The morning flowed like feathered light and put my broken fears to flight. The moment morning wrapped around my heart, it tore my loneliness apart. It placed my sorrow on the floor and let the calm drift through the door. The moment morning wrapped around my heart pulled me from the aching start. It softened everything too sharp and tuned my life like heart. Maybe mornings heal the most when nights have felt like heavy ghosts. Maybe light knows how to mend the parts we dare not let extend. from our eyes. The moment morning wrapped around my heart gave my soul a brand new chart. It warmed the spaces left in cold and strengthened places weak and old. The moment morning wrapped around my heart marked the time I learned my part. And with the light that didn't part, I felt myself restart. And as the daylight grew, my heart awakened too.
The golden air that helped me stand arrived like something close at hand. It shimmered through the broken blinds and settled gently on my mind. The floorboards warmed beneath its glow as morning took its time to show. And in that hush of golden breeze, my fears fell to their knees. I felt the strength I thought I'd lost return without a grander cost. The golden air that held me stand lifted me with gentle hand. It held my weight in quiet grace and raised my eyes to see the space. The golden air that held me stand softened what I couldn't withstand. And with its warm and patient land, I found a place to land. I breathed the light into my chest and let my tired spirit rest. The morning hummed around the room, dispelling all the leftover gloom. The light ran slow across my skin, inviting something brave begin. And in that rising steady glow, I felt myself let go. The calm returned in tender waves, like echoes rising from my cave. The golden air that helped me stand redrew the lines I once had planned. It gave me courage piece by piece and let my hidden tension cease. The golden air that helped me stand held my heart like open land. And with its touch so warm and grand, I took my life in hand. Maybe strength is sunlight's grace, moving softly through our space. Maybe power doesn't roar, but knocks upon our inner door. A glow that lifts, a quiet rise, a dawn that opens eyes. The golden air that helped me stand showed me life is still unmanned. It lit my path in gentle hue and whispered you can follow through. The golden air that helped me stand felt like something God had planned. And in its warm embracing strand, my heart began to stand. And with that rising light, I won my gentle fight. sweetest quiet I've ever known came gently when the night had flown. It settled softly on my bed and stroked the worries in my head. The morning glow, a subtle gleam, poured softly like a tender stream. And in that hush of golden light, my heart felt less in fight. I closed my eyes and let it stay, a calm that wouldn't drift away. The sweetest quiet I've ever known held me like a truth I own. It wrapped my breath in muted tone and soothed the ache I'd faced alone. The sweetest quiet I've ever known became the peace my heart had grown. It spread through every weary bone and made my spirit known. The air moved gently through the room, dispelling remnants of the gloom. The shadows bent along the floor, but didn't haunt me anymore. The softest breeze against my cheek made all my inner chaos weak. And in the stillness of that wave, I found the calm I crave. No hurried thoughts, no rushing fear, just quiet whispering, I'm here. The sweetest quiet I've ever known held the weight I had outgrown. It turned my sorrow into sighs and cleared the darkness from my eyes. The sweetest quiet I've ever known sang truths in tender monotone. That healing starts where hearts have flown through moments soft as stone. Maybe quiet is a friend, a gentle means for us to mend, a place where all our burdens cease and souls reclaim their peace. In silence, hearts relearn to beat in rhythm soft and sweet. The sweetest quiet I've ever known felt like hope I'd newly sown. It filled my chest with morning grace and warmed the coldest inner space. The sweetest quiet I've ever known stayed within me fully grown. And as the day began to rise, I saw it in my eyes. And in that quiet tone, my peace became my own. The morning I learned to feel again came softer than it ever had been. It touched the corners of my chest and gave my weary soul a rest. The light moved slow across the floor, like knocking gently at my door, inviting feelings long denied to sit here by my side. And in that warm, forgiving glow, I let the softer moments grow. The morning I learned to feel again was where my healing did begin. It brought the colors back to me and let my tired spirit see. The morning I learned to feel again, undid what I held deep within. It let the tenderness remain and washed away the strain. I breathe the air with trembling lips as morning kissed my fingertips. The breeze carried forgotten truths of broken dreams and vanished youths, but now they didn't feel like weight, just stepping stones to something great. And in that shift of gentle air, I found myself aware the light had touched the part of me that longed for simple clarity. The morning I learned to feel again showed me loss and love are kin. It filled the room with mellow hues and helped me see I couldn't lose. The morning I learned to feel again opened doors I closed back then. It let the softness in my veins restore my life's remains. Maybe hearts forget to beat when sorrow keeps them incomplete, but morning brings a chance to mend. A quiet start, a patient friend, a light that says begin anew. And I believed it too. The morning I learned to feel again held my tears without disdain. It wrapped me in a gentle tone that made me feel less alone. The morning I learned to feel again open wide my heart's terrain, and as the sunlight touched my skin, I felt the world begin. And with that new begin, my feelings moved within. A soft beginning for my fragile soul arrived with dawn to make me whole. It warmed the corners of my chest and offered me a place to rest. The morning glow moved slow and deep. It touched the tears I tried to keep, and in its quiet golden hold my broken thoughts unfolded. I breathed the calm into my skin and let the healing settle in. A soft beginning for my fragile soul wrapped me in a gentle roll. It showed me life can still console the ache I carried in control. A soft beginning for my fragile soul filled the spaces time had stole and gave me light in morning's bowl to help me feel more whole. The air felt warm against my face, a peaceful, slowly forming grace. It lifted shadows off my past and told me they won't always last. The wooden chair beside my bed held memories that once felt dead, but in the shifting morning hue they felt like something new. The dawn restored my weary view and softened everything I knew. A soft beginning for my fragile soul turned my hollow into full. It gave me back the parts I missed and placed forgiveness in its midst. A soft beginning for my fragile soul quieted storms I couldn't control and with its warm and tender tone, it made me feel more. Maybe gentle starts are best for hearts that rarely come to rest. Perhaps the sun can teach us all to rise again after a fall. A soft beginning heals the most when nights have felt like heavy ghosts. A soft beginning for my fragile soul. Help me gather what life stole. It bathed my spirit in its gold and gave me strength to be bold. A soft beginning for my fragile soul is now the place I long patrol. And as the glowing moments roll, I feel myself console. And morning plays its role to mend my fragile soul. The quiet light that fixed my breathing came softly while the night was leaving. It crept along my tangled sheets and settled near my restless feet. A glow so gentle, warm and slow, it touched the places pain would go. And in that softly shifting beam, my lungs relearned to dream. I didn't know the dawn could guide the storms that raged inside. The quiet light that fixed my breathing let my tired soul start believing in moments small but deeply healing, where mornings speak without revealing. The quiet light that fixed my breathing turned my aching into easing. It held me steady, softly weaving strength I'd stopped perceiving. I raised my hand into the glow, a trembling gesture soft and slow. It warmed my fingers, warmed my chest, and helped my heartbeat find its rest. The dust danced lightly in the air like tiny sparks of whispered care. And every breath I fought to take became a calmer ache. The morning hummed a gentle tune, a melody beneath the moon. The quiet light that fixed my breathing pulled the sorrow from its seething. It soothed the wounds I kept concealing and eased the parts that needed healing. The quiet light that fixed my breathing made my hope begin its seeding. And in its golden tender meeting, I felt my peace repeating. Maybe healing starts in sighs and breaths we take when morning dries the tears we shed the night before, when we can't take much more. And then the light comes softly down to lift us from the drown. The quiet light that fixed my breathing held my heart with gentle redeeming. It gave me courage worth retrieving and left my doubts quietly leaving. The quiet light that fixed my breathing filled my lungs in quiet teething. And as the day began its weaving, I felt my soul believing. And in that tender light, my breath returned to right. took my hand again. It held it soft like quiet friends. It didn't push or pull me through. It simply stayed the way light do. The golden stripes along the floor reached toward me just a little more. And in that gentle, warming space, I found my calmer place. The dawn became the soul I borrow when I'm drowning in my sorrow. When morning took my hand again, it washed my fear like summer rain. It wrapped my heartbeat in its glow and whispered, take it slow. When morning took my hand again, it softened what had felt like pain and let my fragile heart regain a quiet, steady lane. I stood beside the waking light and watched the shadows lose their fight. The silence moved across the room, dispelling what remained of gloom. My thoughts fell into gentle streams like healing hidden in my dreams. And in that hour, calm and clear, I felt my burdens near disappear. The morning gave me gentle ground where lost parts could be found. When morning took my hand again, it eased the tightness in my vein. It let me breathe without the strain of carrying yesterday's pain. When morning took my hand again, my heart felt like it could sustain the weight I tried to hide within and gently let it thin. Maybe all we need is time, a softened hour, a gentle chime to show our feet how to begin when life wears down our skin. A hand that doesn't force a pace, but simply stays in place. When morning took my hand again, it brushed off tears that still remain. It taught my spirit how to mend and rise with hope again. When morning took my hand again, I found a path away from when the world felt far too dark to stand. Now morning holds my hand, and in that gentle stand, my heart began to land.
The soft glow hidden in the early air arrived like something fully fair. It shimmered gently through my room and brushed away the fading gloom. The colors blended into haze like quiet hopes, a newborn phase. And in that lightly shifting shade, my heart felt less afraid. The sun began its quiet rise with promises I recognize. The soft glow hidden in the early air held a comfort always there. It touched the scars I used to bear and filled the spaces stripped and bare. The soft glow hidden in the early air turned my worries into prayer. It wrapped my thoughts in gentle flare and softened my despair. I watched the glow drift near my chair, a subtle warmth beyond compare. It settled softly on my knees and moved like whispers in the breeze. It made the quiet feel alive, a calm I couldn't manufacture or contrive. And in its barely golden hue, I found a clear view. The morning carried subtle truth. I'd long ignored in youth. The soft glow hidden in the early air turned my burdens into care. It soothed the ache I wouldn't share and let my heart prepare. The soft glow hidden in the early air showed me kindness everywhere. It held my grief with tender stare and kept my soul aware. Maybe all this fragile light is meant to guide my inner fight, not to erase what's come before, but teach me I can open more to moments small but deeply warm, where healing starts its form. Soft glow hidden in the early air pulled me from my cold despair. It raised my spirit from the wear and breathed me into fair. The soft glow hidden in the early air gave me more than I could bear, and in its gentle shining care I found myself repaired. And as the glow grew fair, I breathed that morning air. A quiet morning made for healing came with a warmth I'd stopped believing. It moved along my heavy chest and offered me a place to rest. The sunlight dripped like honey slow across the room in golden flow, and in that gentle warming pool my breath began to cool. The dawn became my guiding hand to help me rise, to help me stand. A quiet morning made for healing held my thoughts with tender feeling. It eased the tension deeply kneeling inside the fear I kept concealing. A quiet morning made for healing turned the broken into peeling, layers soft and slow revealing truths I'd stopped believing. I watched the steam rise from my cup as calmness slowly gathered up. The simple hum of waking air removed the burdens I would bear. The world outside might move too fast, but here my heart could heal at last. And in each breath so warm and new, my strength returned in hue. The morning light pressed through the blinds and warmed my small forgotten minds. A quiet morning made for healing lifted pain stuck in its ceiling. It pulled my soul from where it's kneeling and gave me tender, deeper feeling. A quiet morning made for healing became a truth that's self-revealing, a whisper soft, almost appealing. You're slowly, gently dealing. Maybe healing needs a pace, a softer time, a sacred space where mornings touch the inner thread and bring the living from the dead, where nothing rushed and nothing torn can stop the way we're reborn. A quiet morning made for healing turned my breaking into healing. It wove its light into my soul my shattered pieces whole. A quiet morning made for healing held me safe with honest feeling. And as the golden air came stealing, I found my heart unpeeling. And in that calm revealing, my soul began its healing.
The dawn that lifted all my shadows came rolling in like gentle echoes, spread across my darkened floor and showed me what I hid before. The golden warmth dissolved my fear and whispered softly in my ear, a promise fragile, pure and bright, you'll make it through the night. I felt the shift inside my bones as light reclaimed the broken zones. The dawn that lifted all my shadows turned my sorrow into meadows. It washed my soul in subtle glow and helped my heavy heart let go. The dawn that lifted all my shadows cut my grief in gentle slows, and with its warmth that softly flows, my healing onward goes. I watch the colors fill the air in hues too kind for deep despair. The window pane caught lines of gold that warmed the parts I couldn't hold. My breathing met the rising light and settled into morning's right. And in that shift of whispered grace, I found my true self's trace. Every ray became a rope, pulling me toward newer hope. The dawn that lifted all my shadows gave my tired heart new sparrows. It let my spirit gently rise and brushed the tears from both my eyes. The dawn that lifted all my shadows softened roots of pain that grows and whisper softly through my lows, you're stronger than you know. Maybe dawn was made to show the places where our losses go, not buried deep, not locked away, but softened in the light of day, where scars don't vanish but they heal. In truth we slowly learn to feel. The dawn that lifted all my shadows showed me life in calmer flows. It held my broken in repose and warmed the path my spirit chose. The dawn that lifted all my shadows taught me love in gentle throes. And as the golden daylight rose, my heart began to close around the peace it knows, as morning softly glows.
The soft breeze that carried my worries away came gentle with the break of day. It slid beneath my half-drawn blinds and quieted my crowded nights. tender hush across my skin invited something new begin. And in that slow unwinding flow, I watch my heaviest burdens go. I never knew a touch so light could ease the remnants of my night. The soft breeze that carried my worries away held my sorrow in its sway. It lifted pieces worn and frayed and let my fear grow unafraid. The soft breeze that carried my worries away turned my grief to gentle gray. And in its soft and floating play, my calm began to stay. I stood beside the waking glow and breathed the morning soft and slow. The curtain danced in swaying arcs like tiny notes from calming harps. The breeze slipped warm beneath my chin and stroked the trembles from within. It told me I could let things slide and loosen storms I'd kept inside. The quiet wrapped around my spine and made the fragile parts align. The soft breeze that carried my worries away found the things I didn't say. It brushed the dust from yesterday and cleared my chest in quiet way. The soft breeze that carried my worries away gave my spirit room to play, to feel the warmth of Newport Tray, where peace could lead the way. Maybe calm comes like a breeze, not asking more than what it sees, not forcing healing to be fast, but drifting through until it lasts. A gentle wind, a steady breath, pulling me back from the death. The soft breeze that carried my worries away helped my tired soul find its way. It cradled me in soft ballet and told my doubts they couldn't stay. The soft breeze that carried my worries away left hope within the break of day, and in its warm renewing way my heart found its own way. And as the breeze grew slight, my worries lost their bite.
Resting on my fragile skin, right before my thoughts could spin. It moved along my tired face and settled in with tender grace. The morning traced my aching bones and quieted my inner tones. And in that glow so calm and deep, I felt the strength I chose to keep. The
dawn became a quiet friend who whispered you will rise again. The warm light resting on my fragile skin softened everything within. It healed the cracks I carried in and let my new day slowly begin. The warm light resting on my fragile skin helped my breath return to rhythm. It showed me life where I've been dim and made me whole again. I pressed my palms against the air and let the warmth unravel care. My heartbeat slowed, my ribs relaxed. The gentle light rebuilt the cracks. It painted gold across the room, replacing all my inner gloom. And in its patient, steady sweep, it rocked my soul from sleep. The morning held my trembling soul and made my weary pieces whole. The warm light resting on my fragile skin lifted walls I built within. It made me feel like I could win against the battles wearing thin. The warm light resting on my fragile skin softened where I'd been and let my quiet hope begin to stretch beneath my chin. Maybe healing shines this way, not loud but warm enough to stay. It sits upon the broken parts and fills the hollows in our hearts. A gentle touch, a guiding hue, a sign that life can start anew. The warm light resting on my fragile skin gave my fading soul a twin. It guided me through thick and thin and let a brand new day begin. The warm light resting on my fragile skin ends the darkness I've been in, and in its soft, forgiving spin, I feel myself again. And as the morning winds, it lifts what's held within. The day my breathing found its rhythm again was softer than the world had been. It crept between my scattered lungs and soothed the fears my nights had sung. The light slid slowly down the wall, a golden quiet healing falling. With each second drifting through, my heart found something new. The morning held me gentle, kind, and eased the weight upon my mind. The day my breathing found its rhythm again, I felt release from where I've been. It opened spaces deep within, where calm replaced the din. The day my breathing found its rhythm again, I felt my chest expand, begin to trust the morning's healing spin and let forgiveness in. I let the sunlight touch my chest and breathed into the parts distressed. My ribs unclenched with every sigh, like storms that slowly said goodbye. The quiet tremor in my bones fell silent in the warming tones of dawn that washed my fear away and built a brand new day. The morning whispered, take it slow and let my hidden courage flow. The day my breathing found its rhythm again, I learned to loosen where I'd been. It pulled me from the weight of wind and let my spirit mend. The day my breathing found its rhythm again, I felt the truth of oxygen returning to my soul like a friend, inviting life within. Maybe breath is more than air, maybe it's a form of care, a way to feel the present hold, a way to melt the nights gone cold. And when we find our pace anew, the morning shows what's true. The day my breathing found its rhythm again, I felt the pulse beneath my skin, a gentle rise, a softened grin. Life, I'm ready to begin. The day my breathing found its rhythm again, rebuilt the parts worn thin, and in that morning's quiet spin, I learned to breathe again. And breath became my friend, in rhythm without end.
The gentle morning that pulled me back to life arrived after a season of strife. It touched the wounds I tried to hide and warmed the hollows left inside. The dimmest parts of who I was were lifted gently just because the sunlight cared enough to shine across this broken heart of mine. I never thought that dawn could be the hand that finally lifted me. The gentle morning that pulled me back to life unwound the knots of inner knife. It let my heartbeat switch its pace and gave my sorrow breathing space. The gentle morning that pulled me back to life cut through the grief with healing knife, and in its calm, forgiving light, I learned to stand upright. I watched the shadows fall behind like ghosts no longer in my mind. The softest colors filled the air and stroked the edges of despair. Each breath became a quiet climb out from the darkness of my time, and in the warmth beneath my hand, I felt myself expand. The morning whispered soft and true, I'm here to carry parts of you. The gentle morning that pulled me back to life eased the cuts of inner strife and wrapped around my shaking spine and made the broken bits align. The gentle morning that pulled me back to life eased the ache that once was rife, and through its patient glowing light, I learned I'd be alright. Maybe dawn is mercy dressed in colors built to calm my stress. Maybe morning knows the way to mend the pieces gone astray, with silence shaped in warmer hues. It gives us gentle news. The gentle morning back to life. Ended years of quiet strife. It gave my spirit room to rise and clear the tears behind my eyes. A gentle morning that pulled me back to life, held my heart in peaceful rife. And as the daylight grew more rife, it rolled my soul's new life. And in that soft sunrise, my spirit began to rise. A morning that finally let me feel safe came drifting in with gentle pace. It placed its warmth upon my chest and told my trembling heart to rest. The world outside was moving still, but here the call. A morning that finally let me feel safe came drifting in with gentle pace. It placed its warmth upon my chest and told my trembling heart to rest. The world outside was moving still, but here the calm bent to my will, and in the quiet glow it gave, I felt my inner wave. For once the dawn did not demand, it simply took me by the hand. A morning that finally let me feel safe, held me in its warm embrace. It softened fear I couldn't face and let my heartbeat find its place. A morning that finally let me feel safe, showed me life can still be grace. It gathered tears I had misplaced and wiped them without trace. I breathe the air with steady flow, a rhythm I forgot to know. The golden light across my floor no longer felt like distant shore. It welcomed me to sit and be without the weight of history. And in that patient, tender glow, I let the feelings grow. The morning whispered low and kind, you're not behind, you're not confined. A morning that finally let me feel safe, cleared the storms I used to chase. It quieted the harshest space and filled my world with gentle pace. A morning that finally let me feel safe, something I could not replace. It soothed the hurt I dare not trace and warmed my fragile grace. Maybe safety starts in light that doesn't ask us not to fight, but softly holds the part that shakes and stays until the calm awaits. A morning built to heal our past and prove that peace can last. A morning that finally let me feel safe, wrapped my hurt in tender lace. It offered rest in open space and helped my broken self embrace. A morning that finally let me feel safe, shows me healing has its pace, and in its warm renewing trace I found my quiet place. And in that tender grace